Hi, third grade. As you can see, I'm recording in the chapel today. We are going to have our vocabulary and spelling test for Unit 2, Week 1. Now, you should be doing this lesson starting at 9:20 and the lesson ends at 10:45. So make sure that you're following the correct time for these classes. Okay, you should have a pencil, your spelling and vocabulary notebook, and your vocabulary test paper. Now, remember, the spelling test paper we're not going to use after all. We're only using this vocabulary test paper. And for your spelling test, you need to do exactly the same thing that you did last week. And at the top of your spelling and vocabulary notebook, you need to write Unit 2, Week 1 spelling test and today's date, which is 4/24. Make sure you put this at the top of your paper so when you turn in your picture, you know to turn it into the spelling test. Some of you made mistakes last week and you turned in your test to the wrong assignment. Please make sure you turn your test in to the correct dojo assignment. We will have 20 spelling questions. 5 are going to be review words, and you will have 16 vocabulary questions. Okay, so we're going to do our spelling test first, then we'll do vocabulary, and after that, you are going to have some independent reading time. Now, this week, you do have to turn something in and answer some questions about what you read. Okay, if you're ready, let's start our spelling test. Now, just like last week, I'm going to show you a picture to help you remember what the word is, and also so you can very clearly listen and also see what the word is. Okay, I will say the word 2 times. If I go a little bit fast and you need to skip one, you can always rewind your video. Okay, here we go. Number 1, drew. Drew. I drew a dragon. Number 2, write. Write. This is my right hand, not my left hand. Number 3, mule. Mule. A mule is when a horse and a donkey have a baby. Number 4, tide. Tide. I tied my shoelaces. Number 5, sky. Sky. The sky is so beautiful and blue. Number 6, fry. Fry. You fry something in oil. Number 7, grind. Grind. You can grind up something in a mortar and pestle. Grind. Number 8, cube. Cube. This is called a Rubik's Cube. Number 9, child. Child. You are a child. Number 10, few. Few. Here are many strawberries. Here are just a few. Number 11, pie. Pie. Apple pie is my favorite. Number 12, cute. Cute. These drawings are so cute. Number 13, tight. Tight. My dad holds my hand tight when we cross the street. Number 14, bright. Bright. Oh, the sun is so bright. 15, music. Music. I used to be a music teacher. 16, stamp. Stamp. Do you like to get a stamp on your hand? 17, camp. Camp. I like to go camping in the summer. Or I like to camp in the summer. It's not camping, it's camp. 18, sick. Sick. Sometimes we get sick. Number 19, glad. Glad. I'm so glad to see you today. Last one, number 20, snack. Snack. These are delicious, healthy snacks. Well, let's see. Would you like a snack? It's singular, snack. Okay. That finishes our spelling test. If you skipped some or you want to check your work, you can rewind your video and listen again. All right, now go to your vocabulary paper. Questions 1 through 8 at the top of your page, you have to listen and write the word when you see the definition. After we finish questions 1 through 8, you can do the rest of the questions by yourself. Make sure that you write clearly. If you write something and I can't read it, I'm going to count it wrong. Write clearly, take a good picture. Please don't take a picture that's sideways. Take a picture that's upright and turn it in when you're finished. Okay, number 1 on your vocabulary test. Which word means working together to do something? Number 2, remember, if you need more time, you can always rewind your video. To get in the way of something happening. Number 3, to try to do something. Number 4, to act in a way that shows you are very angry. Number 5, to take part in something. Number 6, to be clumsy and not graceful. Number 7, shy and not brave. Last one, number 8, when something is made or built. Make sure that the number and your word match. Listen to me reading you the definitions one more time, check your answers, and then finish your test. Okay, you should have both tests finished. If you want to take a picture and upload it to Class Dojo right now, that would be a great idea. Now, from 10:05 until 10:45, this is what you're going to work on. I have uploaded 2 books on the class drive. One is called Moving from Mexico, and the other one is called The Promise of Gold Mountain. These books will help us get ready for next week's lesson. They're both historical fictions, and both of them use vocabulary words from next week. Choose one book to read. If you want to read 2, you can, but you're only going to answer questions from one book. The Promise of Gold Mountain has these questions, I believe, on page 16. How do you know this is historical fiction? Why did Wai Ming go to America? Use details from the story to support your answer. Find the simile on page 10. What does it mean? Why did Wai Ming stay in America? Use important details from the story in your answer. Okay, those are the questions that you need to answer from The Promise of Gold Mountain. Now, with moving from Mexico, these are the questions you will need to answer. How do you know moving from Mexico is set in the past? How do Anna's feelings about moving change during the story? Use details from the story to support your answer. What did the author mean when she said the children splashed like birds? That's a simile. In your own words, write about the family in moving from Mexico. In your own words, write about why the family in moving from Mexico decided to go to the United States. Now, a simile is something we're going to learn about next week, but a simile is when you compare one thing to another. Your smile is like the sun. Those children are playing like puppy dogs. It's comparing 2 things that are different, but comparing them to each other. So I want you to choose one book, answer these questions, and then we are going to learn about these things next week. After you have answered the questions, I would like for you to show me your work. You can answer these questions in your writing notebook. You only have 4 questions. So at the top of your page, please tell me which book you read. At the top of your writing notebook, write The Promise of Gold Mountain or Moving from Mexico. Then answer these 4 questions in complete sentences. This is due at 10:45 when class is over. Okay, get to work. I hope you did well on your tests, and I will see you next week for our Bible lesson and our LA lessons. Bye.